Okay, well, howdy everybody. Welcome. It is Thursday evening, and we are here in the Learning Wing at Online Techniques. We do this every week at 5 p.m. Pacific Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And tonight is no exception. I don't know about you guys, but we actually sort of got warm here in Big Bear today. It got kind of a little on the warm side. You know, the mountains are an interesting thing when... Oops, I've got a sound problem up here. Hold on. Test, 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 test. There we go. All right. Once again, I want to welcome everybody. It is Thursday evening here in the Learning Wing at Online Techniques. And I just want to welcome you. And we do this every week, and this is no exception. I was saying that here in the mountains, we get, you know, when it gets hot, well, it gets really warm because we don't have any ozone between us and the sun. You know, we're at 7,000 feet here. And when it gets warm, you go outside and you can turn to a crisp really fast. Combine that with the fact that there's no humidity, you know, it's really a different place. Your furniture lasts about 22, 23 minutes up here, and then you have to replace it because the wood's cracking, you know. So Monty was a big wuss today. Monty was inside most of the day. He'd go outside for a few minutes because he usually enjoys the sun, but, you know, he has no hair on him. So he lasted about 10 minutes and then had to come inside. All right, enough of this brouhaha. I want to get right down to what we're doing this week. Let me ask you guys a question. Is there anybody here who has not heard of SEO Pressor or does not know what it is? Give me a no in the text chat if you do not know what the WordPress plugin SEO Pressor is all about. I think quite a few of you here might. But and I'm gonna do this anyway because I don't know, you know, what the situation is. But Scott, you're here. Hello, welcome. Yeah, it is what I call the superstar plugin. And my experience is that most people, especially newbies, don't know what it is, and they overlook it. And in my mind, it is the one thing that you really need, especially if you are a newbie. We have been talking about plugins. Last week, we did, you know, the 7 plugins that you must have if you're going to have just the basics of, you know, just the very basics of SEO plugins and plugins that can help your blog be found. So we went over that. And we, you know, configured those and we loaded those, and you know, the free traffic getting plugin actually opens up to more than that. So we put in a bunch of plugins last week, and I wanted to continue the discussion about plugins. Now, when, you know, here at Online Techniques, we do this stuff for people. If you want me to configure, you know, us to configure your blog for you, contact me. Go to the website and look it up. You know, we do that stuff all the time. I'm working on several right now for people in our group where, you know, I'm just putting it together. They're deciding what theme they want, and I'm putting the whole blog together, basically. They're doing their own keyword research, and I am configuring the plugins and configuring the whole website for them. We do that kind of stuff. When I do that kind of stuff, I do a lot more plugins than what we're talking about in these last 2 sessions, okay? If you want to find the whole thing that I do, go to the blogging workshop, you know, bloggingworkshop.net. If you are a founding member of Contact List Builder, you get it for nothing, and you can go look in there. But what we've been talking about last week and this week is simply the bare bones, the really bare bones of what you know, have to have if you're going to get found out there and not just be lost amongst the billions of websites and blogs that are floating around on the internet. So we did that, but I wanted to devote this session to what I consider to be the superstar plugin, and this goes on top of what we did last week. Excuse me. So what the heck is this thing anyway? SEO Pressor is basically a teaching tool, as far as I'm concerned. It's a blog, it's a plugin that will tell you specifically what things you need to do to a particular blog post to make it easier for search engines to find. First thing it does is it starts to discipline you as to keyword usage when you're writing a blog post, because SEOpressor is going to ask you to come up with one basic keyword for a blog. Now, you can have others as well, but it's going to say, what's your main keyword? And then it's going to judge your entire blog post based on that keyword, and it will give you a rating. Now, the way the ratings for SEOpressor works are 0 to 100. A 0% optimized blog post has not been optimized at all. Nobody's done anything. And it's very hard to come up with a blog post like that. Most blog posts, you'll find, of the way most people do things, you're going to have a blog post ends up being optimized about 56% of what's possible. A lot of people will, get good at a few rules, and they'll be able to get their blog posts up to 70-75%. But for a newbie, especially, SEOpressor is a huge tool because it allows you to easily get a blog post to 92 to 100% optimization. That means there's nothing more you could really do to it, okay, to make it really optimized for search engines. And now, what does that do for you? What does that allow you to do? Well, guess what? Say I'm in a network marketing company. And I have all sorts of different products, and I have a product that, say, lowers cholesterol naturally, and I can go do some keyword research, and I find out that lowering cholesterol naturally is a keyword that has less than 100,000 websites directly tied in, and is searched more than 1,000 times a month. I can write a really highly optimized blog post based on that keyword with my link to buy that product in there. And guess what? With a little distribution, and sometimes with no distribution at all, if that blog post is, like at 96, 97 to 100% optimized, guess what's going to happen? It's going to show up on the front page of Google tomorrow. It'll just be there. And that means that 1,000 people searching that search term during the month, every month, are going to be seeing my blog post. Now, it may slip down after a little while, so then I do something else about that keyword. Okay, then I go do a video and distribute a video with links to that blog post. Boom, it'll go right back up again. Okay, because it's highly optimized. That's what all this is about. That's what SEOpressor is about. That's what it does, and it's just a plugin to a WordPress blog. Now, there's only a certain amount of rules that this covers. I mean, there's only a certain amount of things you have to know. And the fact of the matter is that, after you use something like SEOpressor for a while, you don't really need it, because you know the rules. However, it's nice to have it anyway. I use it all the time. I know the rules. But at the same time, it's nice to have it because it's somebody else reading and grading my blog for me, so that if I miss something, SEOpressor is going to tell me. So I have I have this plugin in every one of my websites, every one of my blogs, and it is in every blog that I build. Okay, I don't let anybody go out of online techniques with us building their blog without SEOpressor in it. Now, I'm going to tell you right up front, it's not free. Okay, almost everything that I tell you about, that I teach you how to use and advise you to use, and everything else is free. SEOpressor is not free. The other thing I will tell you about it is, there are other things out there that do the same thing. However, there are a couple reasons why I advise using SEOpressor instead of the other ones that are out there. Number one, the other ones that I have seen have more bells and whistles and do other things as well. And guess what else? They are therefore more complicated. And I've shown one of them particularly to a couple of, quote-unquote newbie people, and they were much more comfortable with SEOpressor because it's simpler. It only does one thing. It's really easy to use. It's really easy to configure. And so, this is a tool designed really for newbies. And like I said, a training tool. And it's like training wheels, okay, on a bicycle. And in my mind, the simpler you can make something like that, the better it is, okay? I don't want to scare people away. I don't want to make anything more complicated or more intimidating than it has to be. And when you're just starting to work with keywords and you're just starting to think about search engine optimization and all that stuff, then my goodness, let's do it as simple and as as easy and in as friendly a way as we possibly can. Otherwise, we tend to chase people away. I've seen it happen before. Hell, it happened to me for years. I didn't want anything to do with this stuff because it really just scared me. And so anyway, for that reason, I like SEOpressor better. The other thing is the support. SEOpressor is made by Daniel Tan. Many of you guys have probably heard of him. And Daniel is a really, really good guy. A few weeks ago, ClickBank did a big upgrade, and all of the SEOpressor sites were down. And in the middle of all that, I mean, SEOpressor is well known, and this is a big program. And there are a lot of affiliates with SEOpressor, and to have all the sites down at once, he must have been going through craziness, absolute craziness. And I emailed him in the middle of it, and he was back to me within 20 minutes, just saying, don't worry about it. It's a new ClickBank update, and we're having to rewrite the HTML on the affiliate pages, and I'm working my rear end off, and it'll be up within the next few hours. Boom, it was. But think about that. He replied to me in the midst of all that himself. He and his wife do this together, and he's just a really nice guy, and the support is really there. So if somebody has problems with it, I know that either I can go to Daniel or they can and get answers. So for these reasons, this is why it's the granddaddy of the ones that do this stuff, and that's what it is, and that's why I recommend this particular one. Now, not only that, but, since it is an affiliate program, you get your SEOpressor, and you can go help somebody else do the same thing. You can get your SEOpressor paid for really easily. So that's the other reason I like it. So let's go on here. That's what it is. Now, the question is, how does it work? Is it difficult? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into desktop sharing. I'm going to take that blog that we were working on last week. We're going to load SEOpressor. We're going to configure it, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Does that sound like a good thing to do, you guys? Give me a yes or a no in the text chat. No, if you'd rather just go, watch The Searchers with John Wayne. Okay. All right. So that's what we're going to do. I am going to be filming this. Hey, hi, Cal. How you doing? Just as a word of warning again, guys, I'm not really one of those that... Ruby, you're following the blogging workshop, aren't you? If you're following the blogging workshop, it's right in there. Okay? You'll come to a point where it says, get it. Here it is. So what I'm going to show you now is how to use it when you get to that situation. So yeah, I recommend everybody, especially people who are not that experienced. This is one of the few things I recommend that costs money, okay? And you'll see when we get there, it's not that bad. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to desktop sharing. You guys know me well enough to know that a lot of times I'm not too good with watching the text chat. So, if you got questions and stuff, we will have the question period afterwards. And so, kind of hold on to them until we get there. And I'm going to try and do this so that I can see the text chat while we're doing the desktop sharing. So just hold on a second, and we'll get going here. Okay, now tell me when you guys can see in your sharing section of your screen there, SteveGaghagen.net, hello world. You got it. Okay. Now, just a hint, guys. Excuse me. If you want to stop that thing from moving around and probably have better viewing, you might want to click the Zoom 100% button that you see underneath the text chat. there, because if you click that, that'll center my screen in the center of your screen, and it'll stop jumping around when I move my cursor. All right, this is the blog this is our practice blog, SteveGaghagen.net. It's just set up for us to work on. And, you know, last week we did contact me and privacy policy and all those kind of good things. And we, you know, set up this blog to have certain things, plugins back there. I'm going to go back to the blog and go ahead and log in here. Hopefully everything will move along as far as internet gods go very swimmingly tonight. That would be nice. Okay, here's our dashboard, and I'm going to go down and we're going to look at the plugins the way they are. All right, these are the plugins that we got, that we put in last week and we configured last week. Now, let's say I'm going to go have, you know, put up a post. I just want to show everybody this so we know what it looks like. Let's look at add a new post. All right, there's the normal page that you're going to see. And, you know, I don't know what the viewing size is on that. Hold on just a minute. All right, it's already there. There we go. So this is the normal editing pane that you're going to see, and the page that you're going to see when you're working on a post. Now, what I want to do is I want to put, I just wanted to show you that because it's going to change a little here in a couple of minutes. Let's go down to plugins. Where are we? Hello. There we are. And we're going to add a new plugin. Now, when you get your SEOpressor plugin, that plugin is in a zip file form. You download it into your machine. So when you want to put this plugin in, you go to install plugins and you go to upload. It's one of those that come right from your machine, not from, you know, the, not from the WordPress library. So you're going to choose the file. You're going to go to your plugins directory, wherever you have that. And I'm going to go down here. Now, notice it says SEOpressor, version 4.0.2, UNL. This means unlimited. There are two licenses for SEOpressor. One is a one-time license. You're going to buy it for one blog, okay? And you can never use it again. The unlimited license, which is what I recommend everybody do because you're going to love this thing, allows you to put it in any number of blogs for as long as you live. So that's what that means there. But that's the one we're going to put in. Okay, choose the file and install it now. Excuse me. All right, it's already done. This is not that big a deal. These, you know, not that big a plugin. So now we're going to go back here. And we're going to find SEOpressor is right here. I want to activate it. Now we get this thing. Okay, to use the SEOpressor plugin, it has to be activated. To do this, go to the activation settings. All right, let's do that. And wait for them to pop up. Okay, now this is at the bottom. I want to go to the top. We'll set everything. You want to, okay, the first thing you want to do, the SEOpressor attribution link. Well, what this does is this puts a little thing on the bottom of your website, in the footer of your website that says SEO powered by SEOpressor. And if people click on it, then they go to your ClickBank page for SEOpressor. So you want to put your ClickBank ID in here. I'm going to stick that in there, okay? Now, here, you want to let the, what I do is select the first 4 of these, okay? Allow SEOpressor to automatically decorate your keyword with bold, your keyword with italic, and your keyword with underline. That means in your post, Google likes to see your keyword in bold, likes to see it in italics, likes to see it underlined. So SEOpressor will do this. Okay, and then allow SEOpressor to automatically add the alt tag, your keyword as the alt tag, to all images in the content that does not have an alt tag. All right, SEOpressor, when you put the HTML in for a picture, there's a thing in there called the alt tag. And the alt tag, Google loves to see the keyword in your alt tag. All right, it means it's relevant content. So at least that's what it means to Google. So if you just do this, SEOpressor will automatically do that, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Now this other stuff, add the keyword to in post titles. I don't like to do that. I'll write my own titles. Okay. Allow site-wide keyword decorations. You know what? You really don't want to do this unless you're doing auto blogs. So just ignore that stuff. Down here, you select the HTML syntax you use. I tend to use strong, the EM for emphatic for emphasis for italics, and use the U for underline. All right. Now, down here, it's asking for your ClickBank receipt number. That is the receipt number that you used when you purchase this thing. ClickBank sends you a receipt and says, here is your receipt number. Okay. So, excuse me, the way I'm going to do this, because I don't necessarily want to put my unlimited license number out there all over the internet, is I have got it on my clipboard, and I'm going to put it, whoops, hello. Thank you very much. That was lovely. I'm going to put it in there. I'll have to get rid of that on the on the video, and I'm going to click activate the plugin now. And that's going to go. That was pretty funny, wasn't it? Oh, them drop-down menus. Okay, it's working. It's working. So anyway, we are all done. We have set up the plugin. Now, what has that done? Let's go to add a new post. Oh, too bad, Bev. Well, this is being recorded. You're having thunderstorms, huh? Yeah, we have those here. That's when my 185-pound dog crawls in my lap. The big baby. All right, now you notice the difference here. SEOpressor score, okay? Well, I want to show you exactly how this works. So, let's say we're going to write a blog post. We've got a 0 score because we have 0 posts. Now, you guys know that I recommend using the HTML editor and not the visual editor. The visual editor will tend to cause you problems. You'll get orphan tags and conflicting HTML in there, and Google doesn't like conflicting HTML, doesn't like orphan tags, so that stuff's not good for you. And then also, you can run into a lot of problems with visual editor where it's hard to format things because you're leaving those tags around and everything. You got something, you end up with something that looks absolutely wonderful here in the visual editor, and then you go onto the website itself and it's all messed up and paragraphs are all over the place and you can't get it to go back. So, I recommend everybody learn a little HTML, just a little, so that they can work in the HTML editor and don't fight their theme. Now, later on, when you get more experienced, you can start moving into things like premium themes, like Woo themes, where you can change the look of anything. But when you're starting out, I advise you don't fight your theme. Let your theme decide what the color of the type is, or of the font is, or what the size of it is, and use only a few HTML tags like H1, H2, and H3. Now, we're not going to go over that. That's all in the blogging workshop. That's all available in the learning wing. You can go back and watch, lessons about posting in HTML. So I'm not even going to go into that. What I am going to do is show you how SEOpressor works with putting a blog post together. So right now, we're going to go back to pod snaps and Kleebles. Okay, how many of you guys are familiar with pod snaps and Kleebles? Pod snaps and Kleebles are an absolutely imaginary thing. This is this is something that I just came up with. It's just a nonsensical way of doing a demonstration. All right, this is a blog post from somebody who is in a network marketing company. And that network marketing company specializes in the production of in natural remedies called pod snaps and their powdered cousins, the Kleeble. Okay, so pod snaps and Kleebles, and they help with diseases that a condition called Belson's flurge, and another one that can develop into a serious disease called osteoneuroticism. Now, none of these things are real, and none of this article is real, okay? So if you're reading this, when you get to the small country of Shmuckistan, in the northern part of the Western Middle East, okay, then you might take the hint that it's all just in jest. However, it gives us a really good look at how to put together a blog post using SEOpressor. Now, this is what I do. This is how I put together a blog post. I do it right here in Notepad. And, I will put in I've got my title here, and then the blog post starts here, and you guys all know I'm for putting headings, subheadings all through. And if you notice, our main keyword here is pod snaps. That's the product. And I put I write the thing so that it has several headings that have the keyword in it. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 different subheadings that all have the keyword in it. When I'm done writing my blog post, then I will come down here. This is a template that I use, and I will put all the information for my all-in-one SEO pack right here. The title will be Pod Snaps and Kleebles, Can They Help You? Here's a description that will go into my all-in-one SEO pack, and here are my keywords, all right? Pod snaps, Kleebles, liquid pod snaps, powdered pod snaps, osteoneuroticism, and Belson's flurge, all right? And they are in the order of their importance. They're all used throughout the blog post, but this right here is the #1 keyword, okay? That is it. Now, if you notice, over here where we create the blog post, guess what's happened? SEOpressor, right here, wants to know what the keyword is. So we're going to put that in there. Oh my God, I did it again. Let's go back to the blog post. Let's get the keyword. The whole world is going to know my license number. Watch it come up again. There it is. All right. Pod snaps. That's going to be our keyword, and I'm going to save the draft. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to my blog post, and I'm going to get the title. Pod snaps and Kleebles, Can They Help You? Copy it. Go back here. Put it in here. All right? That's in the title. Now, I'm going to take the blog post, and the rest of the blog post is right here. I'm going to take off word wrap, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to get the whole blog post. Okay? Copy the blog post, and boom, paste it in there. All right? So now we have our blog post in there, and I'm going to save the draft again. Now watch what happens. We're going to get a score because it's going to look at what's happened. Our score is 0. What the heck is going on here? Are we active? Oh, we lost the pod snaps. There we go. I don't know how we lost the pod snaps. All right. At this point, look at what SEOpressor's done. We have a 60 score right now, which is, now notice what I just did. I just took it straight off a notepad and boom, put it in there. That's what most people do, okay? First of all, they don't think of keywords at all, but then on top of that, this is all they do. So they've got a blog post. Let's look at it. Let's let it come up here. And this is what it looks like, okay? Now, this looks like most blog posts. Wouldn't you agree? That looks like what most people do when they make a blog post. But if we look at this, this is telling us, number one, our keyword density is 2.91%. Well, guess what, guys? In a blog post, you want your keyword density to be 3 to 5. Okay, so to have this get much higher, I would like to go in there and put more pod snaps in. But it's also telling me some other things. It's telling me SEOpressor will automatically bold my keyword. It will put one of them in italics, and it will automatically underline my keyword. Now, if I don't have enough keywords, it'll tell me, you don't have enough keywords, okay? It is telling me 5 other items. Number 1, I don't have an H1 tag containing my keyword. All right? It likes to see that. Google likes to see that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to take this title, and I'm going to put it right here at the beginning. Okay? Take that down, and then I'm going to put, I'm going to say center tag, H1 tag, and then come back here and close H1 and close center. Now, this is not just this is going to satisfy the H1, but guess what else it's going to do, guys? It's going to give me another keyword. It's going to raise my keyword density. So I'm going to save the draft. Whoops. What the heck just happened there? I don't know what the heck just happened. That's very interesting. Let's save the draft again. I mean, it's obviously something's wrong here. Hold on. Let me look at the thing and see what happened. Where's my post? Was it the closed center? Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, of course. All right. Hello. Thank you. Okay. See? I have 200, almost 270% keywords. All right, now we're going there. Now my keyword density is up to 3.07. My overall rating went up to 70, and boom, guess what? I have that, all right? Now, let's look at what this looks like. I'm going to refresh this. Now, okay, pod snaps and cleavables, can they help you? That's that. That's my H1 tag. This is a very strange H1 size, I'll tell you that. H1. Okay, let's say I was going to, if I want to get an H2 tag, let's say I would put center and then put a video in here. All right, stick a video in there. And then I'm going to come down, I'm going to get the same thing again. And I'm going to come down a couple lines, Control V, and I'm going to make this the same thing, only I'm going to put an H2 tag this time. And I'm going to save the draft. Now we're up, our keywords are going up, our score is going up. If we take a look at it again, okay, there we go. We've got this title here. We'd have a video in the middle of it, and we're getting there. You know, we're getting better. We're doing better with what our rating is. This is the default code, the new 2012 WordPress, and that's a really ridiculous size for an H1 tag, if you ask me. Okay. But that's what they're doing. Anyway, so now what it's telling me is I don't have any H3 tags containing my keywords. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go to my subheadings. All right. And I'm going to go, I'll leave those over on the left. Okay, let's do it this way because it'll be easier. I'm just going to copy that to the clipboard. I'm going to paste that and close it. I'm going to do that with all of my subheadings. Okay. because that's going to give me my my keyword in the H3 tag, and it's going to satisfy all that. So let's go to save draft and see what happens with SEOpressor. There we go. We're up to 84% now. Okay. Let's take a look at what it's looking like at this point. Now watch, those H2s and H3s will be bigger. No, they're just, oh, they're there they are. Wow. I do not like this theme. This is a theme I wouldn't use, okay? But now you've got your H1, and then we got an H2 down here. The H1 and H2 are the same. Isn't that interesting? And then these are all H3s. Now notice that there's a bold. SEOpressor is automatically doing this. There's one in italics, and there's one underlined, okay? SEOpressor is doing that because Google likes to see it. All right, but now why are we still at 85%? Okay, we got up a 3.2 keyword density, which is okay. Now listen, guys, you do article marketing, they're going to want you to stay 2 or lower, no higher than 2, okay? But on a blog of your own, if I really wanted to put this on the front page of Google, I'd get this one up to 4 anyway. 4% keyword density, maybe 4.5. And I got to tell you a funny story. Doing exactly the same thing we're doing now, I taught this about a year and a few months ago and did this, and then forgot about it a couple months later, and then I wondered where I came up with the word. One day somebody asked me, and I said, I don't know, it's got to mean something. It was in my head, and it's actually from an old Dickens story. It's a Dickens character. So we Googled it to find out, and guess what was number 1? This article. This article for Podsnaps was on the front page of Google, in spite of the fact that it's a fairly major character from, I think, Great Expectations, Mr. Podsnap. And we didn't do anything but write it and put it up on a blog and forget about it because it was a practice blog. But it's still telling us we don't have an image for SEOpressor to add the alt tag, and we don't have an internal link to another one of our pages. Google likes this, okay? So we need to add a picture in here. I'm gonna put my cursor there. I'm going to go right here. We're going to find a picture and put a picture in here. So let's look at selecting files from the computer. I'm going to go to my documents, my pictures. I want to go to online techniques, and let's put Sigmund Freud in there, okay? We're going to put Sigmund Freud in with Podsnaps, all right? All right, it's crunching, crunching, crunching. All right, and we're just going to go, put it, we'll just, I don't care. We'll center it, all right? Just let it go center. Insert it into the post. There it is. So I'm going to, I don't want it right there. I'm going to copy that, delete that. Let me look at the page again. Let's put it where the video code would go, all right? We can put it down further, but let's just put it right where the video code would go. So I'm going to put it right here. Now, we're going to take care of 2 things, guys. I want to point this out. Number 1, here is the alt tag, right there. It's in the code. And because we have not assigned one, SEOpressor will automatically put Podsnaps in there. All right. Now, we also need to get a link to, other pages on your website. Well, guess where this is, guys? Guess where this is located? It's located on this website in the uploads section. So a picture is actually a link because of the way this works. You can click on the picture and you'll get just the picture in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. So the way this works, that satisfies both of these. We're going to save the draft. We've got this at 94.44% right now. Okay, this is already a really highly optimized blog post right here. Okay, it's set up exactly the way that Google likes to see a blog post. Now, this would not be difficult to have it show up on the first page of Google. And if you want to take some time and, go through it a little more, you can raise this keyword density and get this thing up to 97, 98 very easily. I have quite a few blog posts that I've gotten to 100%. Now, of course, when I was, if I was really doing this, I would come down here and go down to my all-in-one SEO pack information. I'd copy that and put it there. Get the description. Put it there. And get the keywords. And put them right here. And then, you really are done. Save that draft. All that stuff changes the metadata and rides behind it to really, really help take care of this. So that is SEO Pressor. That's how it works. I'm going to close down this. Hold on. Oh, it wants me to do that. Okay. Come out of desktop sharing. Okay. Were you guys able to follow me? Give me a yes in the text chat if you were able to follow me with that thing. Are we still here? I can't see the members list right now because of the way I do this. All right, is that thing a cool thing or what, guys? It's really easy to use. It rides over there and it tells you exactly what you need to do to improve your blog posts as far as search engine optimization is concerned. I can't think of a better thing for a newbie to be working with who wants to, start working with the HTML editor. Ruby, it is easy. It really is easy. When you start using just those codes, H1, H2, H3, boom, that's all. You don't need to know any more than that when you start out. But if you can do those, because Google likes to see them, you can start, at the same time you're starting to learn how to blog, you can learn how to optimize your posts for search engines so that you can get found, okay? So, now the whole question is, where do I get it and how much does the sucker cost? You can get it on the Online Techniques website, onlinetechniques.net. Scroll to the bottom. It's near the bottom of the sideboard. Sideboard? Sidebar. Sideboard. I'm hungry. You can also get it in the blogging workshop. When you get to the place where you need it, it will tell you here, click here and buy it, okay? It's not that terribly expensive. If you want the one that you can only use once, it's $47. If you want the one that you have the unlimited license, it's $97 and you have it forever. Now the way that works is it's $7 for a 1-week free trial. So what you do is you put your credit card in. They charge you $7. And then a week later, they'll charge you the remainder of either the 40 or the 90. Okay. And I really do recommend that you go ahead and get the unlimited license of this thing because you are going to use it forever and ever. And not only that, but you'll use it even when you don't need it anymore. You'll use it as just as a guideline. I'm just so used to seeing it there and seeing it tell me what, just keep a reminder going so that I don't forget things. But also I use it to train my students. You guys all have downlines and things. You have what amount to students. We're all teachers. If we're doing this business correctly, we are all teachers. And one of the best things you can do for the people who are listening to you is to put them in touch with SEO Pressor and show them how to use it. Okay, that's why I do this lesson every once in a while, because people end up thanking me for it. And I got to tell you, the link on Online Techniques is an affiliate link, so I'm going to get a commission when you buy one of these things. Lord love a duck ain't that horrible, but that's that's the way it works. Okay, listen, you guys got any questions? Just put a, if you want to take the microphone, you can, just put an exclamation point in there or put a question in the text chat. You can use it on other blogs other than WordPress. No, this is a WordPress plugin. Okay. This is a WordPress plugin, Ruby, so nope, won't work over at Blogger or anything else. I don't know how you'd get it in there. Anybody else? Anything like that? You mean I cleared up all the questions? Well, you can always get in touch with me if you have questions. You can email me, phone me, Skype me. I'm not difficult to find out there. And you know my motto. My motto is, if yous don't ask, how's the use gonna learn, eh? And Dale's there going, wait, ha, hee, ha, whoa, wait. I guess he's coming up with a question. Well, that's okay, Dale. Listen, I'm gonna continue on here because I do want to get the movie done here. And go ahead and put your question in, and we'll get to it if I don't get to it right now. We'll get to it as soon as I stop the movie, okay? So I'm gonna move on. Contact me or put in your text chat anything you need to know. Yeah, Scott, you said there's a newer version out there that you're using? Cool. That's very cool. Yeah, he's always updating stuff. So, I don't know. I've obviously I've had mine for a long time. So, all right. Now, Saturday morning. Let me take a quick look. Janet said she might not be here. Okay, Janet is not here. They were having unexpected company show up. So, that's okay. I just want to remind everybody that Saturday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific time, where I always am, is with Janet and Don. They are, in my mind, the best instructors with the best information on the internet. How many people here are not yet members of the Contact List Builder? If you want to find out about that, hold on. That's personal mentoring from Janet and Don Legere and other wonderful instructors like me, but a complete personalized program of personal development, business development, where we'll help you build your business from the ground up or improve what you already got or whatever you want. The Janet's Contact List Builder program is just getting going. I think there are still founders memberships available. I'm not sure. But I can tell you this, the Online Techniques Blogging Workshop is one of the bonuses that goes with the Contact List Builder founders membership. When that stops, as far as the organization is concerned, guess what? I still own the blogging workshop, and I can still give that as a bonus to people who want to join along with me in the Janet and Don's Contact List Builder. So take a look at that link if you don't know what I'm talking about, and join us on Saturday if you can. Everybody's welcome, and I don't know what Janet will be talking about this Saturday. She's like me, I got to this morning and I went, what the heck am I doing tonight? I don't know. Oh, here's Dale. I've been trying to get a hold of you through email with no success. I've been having trouble with one of the plugins. I don't have the exact name. You've been trying to email me? Okay, let's, you can email me there. Hold on after we're done, Dale, and I'll make sure that we're in touch with each other, okay? You can also call me. 909-866-0986. For you, it's not a biggie. You're right down there at the bottom of the hill, down with those lower kind of level people that aren't as high as we are, obviously. All right, yeah, you can call me. I'll be around all day tomorrow. If you're having trouble with one of those things, I'd love to help you. All right, that's it. Next week, we're going to be talking about keyword research. Listen, guys, SEO Pressor won't work if your keywords suck. So, that's right, Dale, we call you Flatlanders. Ah, yes, it's such an endearing expression. So next week, we will be talking about keyword research. I'm going to show you the free tools and a simple method of searching for keywords that'll help you take that blog post and put it on the front page of Google. That's going to be it for now, guys. I'm going to stop the session for the purpose of the movie. I will be around for a couple minutes to take a couple questions. I do have to get over to another call tonight. That's rather an important one. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for joining us. Join us every Thursday evening here in the Learning Wing at Online Techniques, and have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.